Welcome back to my channel, earthy people. I'm Gerard, Witch of Earth's Curious Goods, and today I'm going to show you a spell called Be Sweet to Me. And the purpose of the spell and why I created it is for those of you that have ever been in a situation where your boss just has an idea of you, the teacher has an idea of you, or you are just out and about and you're noticing that certain people just have an idea of you that isn't the best and it doesn't really portray who you truly are. And that's what this spell does. It's Be Sweet to Me. It allows the person, whether it's your boss, a teacher, a coworker, to get the right idea of you, a nicer idea of you and who you truly are. Now, if you are just a bad person, you might want to rethink your behavior. My spell does not change your behavior, okay? And it can't force them to be nice to you. What this does is it sweetens them up so that they can actually get the correct idea of you and pull down those walls that they possibly might have, whether it's them being homophobic or just has a fear of who you are based upon what they see. Or maybe you just did one thing, and you know how they say a first impression is a lasting impression. The spell just gives you a little bit more leeway so they're a little bit sweeter towards you. Not to love you, but just sweeter. So we're gonna need a few materials, and before I begin, you might want to stay around for a little bit longer, because at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to take this spell to the next level. So without further ado, let's begin. All right, so we're going to need to get a few materials. They're not, extravagant materials. You probably have these materials laying around. Today we're going to use a paper towel because I noticed that a lot of people don't have like sachets sitting around or cloth that they can use. So I just want to show that you can use a napkin and a paper towel and it can do the same thing. Okay, we're going to need some yarn or some string, and that's so we can tie this up, and we'll get to that part. You're going to need a candle, a white candle, blue candle, red candle, and pink candle will even work. So, but if you don't have any of those colors, make the magic your own, okay? So just use the color that resonates with you on friendship and love and peace and just loving vibes, So if a, gold candle is what represents that for you and calls to you for friendship and things of that nature, then use that by all means. But for all purposes, I'm using a white candle. A heat-proof safe dish. You're going to need some brown sugar. If you just have regular sugar, that's fine as well. The reason why we're using brown sugar is known to make your enemies your friend. It bridges that gap. It kind of sweetens people up. It just makes it more peaceful, sweet, as we could say. So we also need a lighter, of course, to light the candle. And you can use a pen, but I would recommend using a permanent marker. For those of you that have seen my previous videos, you know that I'm a fan of permanent marker. It just states to the universe and to the energies that you want this spell to be permanent. You don't want it to be temporary or not really lasting. We want it to last, so permanent. Okay, we're gonna take our paper towel or napkin and our permanent marker, and you are going to draw an ancient symbol called the Wunyo rune. And it looks sort of like a P, so I'm gonna just draw that really quick, and I'm gonna show you guys. So it looks like that. Hopefully the camera can focus in on that, okay? And so, so that's one. You're gonna do a total of 4 of those symbols, okay? So I'm gonna open that back up. Do another symbol. Okay. Clockwise, fold in. I'm sorry, also when you're turning it, make sure it's clockwise and you're folding towards you as you draw this. Okay, so let me see, that's 1, that's 2, 3, okay, so that's the 3rd one, so there we go. Okay, so after all those turns, should see something like this. So there's one here, one here, one here, one here. So all 4 sides should have the Munyo rune. And the reason why we're using that symbol today is because the Munyo rune represents joy, okay? So happiness, enjoyment. It's sort of like after an obstacle, the celebration, the joy that we want. And of course, this could be an enemy or somebody that just doesn't like you. And this helps out to, you know, make them joyous towards you. Okay, so now we're gonna take our candle, and if it's just if it's in a glass or it's already has a holder, then you don't need to do this part, but I always heat up the bottom so that way we can have it stand up. So as you can tell, here we go. And this is just a common plate, so you can just use that, okay? You're going to take your brown sugar and you're going to sprinkle it around in a clockwise motion, okay? Because remember, the brown sugar is what is going to overcome this enemy to make them sweet towards you. That teacher that just will not give you that chance, that boss that just will not give you that chance. This is gonna change their idea of you, so that way it's a lot sweeter, okay? And you're gonna do this until you get a complete circle. Take your brown sugar, and just whatever's left over, you're gonna put right into the middle of your paper towel. All right, so now everything is in place, but now we need to cast the spell towards it. So we're gonna light the candle. There we go. Staring into that flame, see the person, see your boss, see that teacher, see that person that is just will not give you a chance, that just is just seeing you wrong, that has the wrong idea of you, okay? That's being mean to you for no reason, giving you a hard time for no reason. See them. How do you feel? What do they look like? Okay? And then as you're staring and you've already done that, you're going to say this 3 times. So of course, I'm not doing this on anyone, so I'm going to be saying John Doe. So instead of John Doe, you're going to replace it with the name of the person that you're doing it on, okay? So, change John Doe's idea of me. Change John Doe's idea of me. Change John Doe's idea of me. As I will it, so mote it be. Now, after that chant, you are going to just close up all the corners of your paper towel, just like this, so you get a little baggy. Now, if you're using a sachet and so forth, you don't have to worry about this, but I just want, for those of you that watch my videos, I just want to show you that you can use the paper towel and it has just as much magic. And that's what I used to do, is just use paper towels all the time, you know, especially when I was, you know, in high school. This was just so much easier to get my hands on paper towels and napkins than it was, you know, sachets and stuff, because, you know, I wasn't old enough to just run to the store and go grab some, okay? And you're going to tie 3 knots. So as I tied it around, so we're going to close it up and tie 3 knots. And you're going to repeat that chant. So there's 1, change John Doe's idea of me. Okay, I'm going to do another knot. Change John Doe's idea of me. And last knot. Change John Doe's idea of me. Okay, now you can just leave it like this, or you can just do a little bow. For me, I'd probably do like a little bow. You don't have to do this part, it's just aesthetically pleasing for me. Now, as far as what you're going to do with this is you're going to keep it on you or around you. So if it's at work, bring it to work and bring it to your desk and put it in a desk drawer. Just keep it near you, okay? Now, every day until that person changes, you are going to repeat that chant, okay? 3 times, just like I did, okay? Change John Doe's idea of me. Change John Doe's idea of me. Change John Doe's idea of me. As I will it, so mote it be, okay? And that's what keeps the power going in your actual bag here, okay? So, and then of course with the candle, you're just gonna let it burn down completely, and then just discard all the materials. You could just throw it away. This one, or like I like to do, I like to bury the remnants, just so that the energy can disperse back into the earth. If you have a potted pot of soil, you can put it in there, in the garden, that kind of thing. Just let it disperse back, okay? Now, for those of you that have made it this far, I'm gonna show you how to take this spell to the next level. The secret is rice. That's right, common rice. Now, the reason why rice is the secret to it and adds another level to it is because rice is known for abundance, for prosperity, but also for victory. And so that's what we want, victory over our enemies. So you would do a circle around to add more to the spell, okay? Now also you can add it to your bag. So before you close it up, you can you would do the brown sugar, and you would also add the rice to this, okay, and then seal it up. And that would just add more energy to this, to make it more abundant, to make it make you more prosperous, make the relationship that you have with them prosperous as well, okay? Especially if it's a boss. You want that relationship to be prosperous because you're working for them, you know, or it's a coworker, you got to work with them, or it's a teacher, you have to go to that class, you know? So, or maybe it's just somebody in your friend circle that's just has the wrong idea of you. You know, you got to be around them. This spell will come in handy. So try it out. Now, if you do try out this spell, comment down below. Let me know how it goes. And as always, if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe as I make new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. I hope this spell does wonders for you, helps out and enriches your life. Stay earthy, stay magical.